This virtue of rida, I've been suggesting, really is the key to unlocking all of these possibilities of da'wah, possibilities of being beautiful and attractive so that we can attract the world as the Prophet ﷺ melted the hearts of the world. And rida really has to be taught as a necessary entailment of La ilaha illallah. Because if you believe that there is just one force acting, creating, guiding in creation, then at the depths of your being, however legitimate may be your sense of grief at some of the misfortunes of the world, and of course the Prophet ﷺ, as he said in that hadith when his son died, was sad. It doesn't make us into robots, that we have no emotion. But at the depths of our being, there has to be stillness. There has to be a sense of serene acceptance and knowledge that everything is all right, that history is in good hands. And this virtue of rida is focused on particularly by some of our great devotional poets. One of my favorite poems is by Imam al-Haddad, the great South Yemeni poet, died about 250 years ago, who wrote a poem that goes, ألا يا صاح يا صاح لا تجزع وتجر وسلم للمقادير كي تحمد وتؤجر. Oh my friend, don't panic, don't be aggrieved, and submit, سلم للمقادير. Just submit to Allah's decrees so that you can be praiseworthy and rewarded. ألا يا صاح يا صاح لا تجزع وتجر وسلم للمقادير كي تحمد وتؤجر وكن راضي بما قدر المولى والدبر ولا تسخط قضى الله رب العرش الأكبر. وكن راضي, have rida, be accepting, be pleased with what the Lord has arranged and distributed and decreed, and do not be angry at Allah's decree, because He is the Lord of the great throne. If you're angry with the way Allah has arranged things, then you don't have this great state of rida. Now, another of my favorite poems is by a more recent writer, Sheikh Ali bin Muhammad bin Hussein al-Habshi, rahmatullahi alayh, who was writing about 100 years ago, I suppose, another Yemeni. And he has a fairly long qasida that begins, يا نفس إن لم تظفري لا تجزعي وإلى موائد جود مولاك اهرعي ولئن تأخر مطلب فلربما في ذلك التأخير كل المطمع. And I've actually put together an English translation here, and I'll read some of it because it is, I think, absolutely correct. It hits the nail on the head, and somehow, as the poems of all of the great ones do, it not only instructs, but somehow it breathes the principle that it's trying to convey. Should you not gain your wants, my soul, then be not grieved, but hasten to that banquet which your Lord's bequeathed. And when a thing for which you ask is slow to come, then know that often through delay a gift's received. Find solace in privation and respect its due, for only by contentment is the heart relieved. And know that when the trials of life have rendered you despairing of all hope and of all joy bereaved, then shake yourself and rouse yourself from heedlessness, and make pure hope a meadow that you never leave. Your Maker's gifts take subtle and uncounted forms. How fine the fabric of the world His hands have weaved. The journey done, they came to the water of life, and all the caravan drank deep, their thirst allevied. My Lord, my trust in all your purposes is strong. That trust is now my shield, I'm safe and undeceived. All those who hope for grace from you will feel your reign. Too generous are you to leave my branch unleaved. May blessings rest upon the loved one Muhammad, who's been my means to high degree since I believed. He is my fortress and my handhold, so my soul, hold fast and travel to a joy still unconceived. And that, I think, sums it up. That we need to be saddened legitimately, as the Anbiya alayhimussalam were saddened when we see the misfortunes of the shadows of the world interacting and human incomprehension at their meaning. But at the same time, at a much more deeper level, the level of tawheed, which would be the bedrock of our personalities, we need to be absolutely in a state of rida. And this is actually a concept that's written into the name of the religion itself. It's one of the meanings of the word Islam. It means to surrender, to submit, to be in a state of ease with how things are. Of course, it has the other meaning as well. Al-Muslim man salim al-Muslimuna min yadihi wa lisani. The Muslim is the one from whose hand and tongue other Muslims are safe. So he's Muslim, he conveys safety to his brethren. But also the Muslim is the one who is in a state of taslim, of handing over everything to Allah and knowing that things will work out in a just and appropriate and proper way. Now,